Dear friend, my name is Samuel Ayim of CTL Africa Leadership, and I would like to invite you to our free weekly webinar, The Leadership Platform. The Leadership Platform is your space for learning everything leadership and personal development. We have been holding the Leadership Platform for the last 3.5 years every week, and thousands of leaders from all walks of life have benefited from the rich lessons from experienced leaders. As the year goes on, we are going to bring you even more enriching content. We're going to have a session called Leaders Are Readers, where every month we will bring you a book that all participants will be encouraged to read. We will share the summary of those lessons for you to guide you. We will also bring you a session on meeting with a CEO, where we will bring an experienced CEO from any industry to share their story and their lessons as leaders. Again, we will bring you the extraordinary leadership stories, where we scout out for emerging entrepreneurs and leaders doing extraordinary things in different fields to inspire you to do better. And of course, we will bring you the normal topics in leadership and personal development that would enrich your leadership. So I hope you make a date with us, CTL Africa, every Saturday, 7 p.m. on the Leadership Platform, live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. On our YouTube, you can also check some of the previous lessons for free. Make a date with us, CTL Africa, on the Leadership Platform, this and every Saturday at 7 p.m. Hello. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Leadership Platform. My name is Samuel Ayim of CTL Africa Leadership, and I am excited to connect again with you this Saturday evening. We had a short break. I think we've had 2 weeks without a platform after Live2Lead, and I've had many of you asking, are you coming? What's going on? We are not seeing the platform. I know some of you are yearning to learn every week. So we are back after a 2-week break. Today, next week, and maybe the next, we are going to give you a taste of what happened at Live2Lead. We have some of the participants who are going to share their learnings, their takeaways, their experience at Live2Lead. So if you missed it, you're going to have a taste of it. But there's good news. If you missed it, it's not over. From now to the end of February, you still have opportunity either as an individual to purchase the link, and you can have 5 days to go through all the lessons. So that is available. As an organization, you can invite us and we will come to your organization and rebroadcast either the whole event or parts of it for your teams. And that will give you opportunity also to be able to discuss and draw lessons and action plans that will benefit your organization. So that is it. We're back and Growth Journey is open. Please register for the Growth Journey, 10 weeks of intensive, intentional personal development. We don't want you to miss it. On the Leadership Platform, we give you snipers of ideas, but in the Growth Journey, we spend time with you, 10 weeks, and we take you from intentionality to your legacy and helps you to grow as a leader. We're going to bring you other lessons on leadership and in the months ahead. So please stay tuned. All right. Without much ado, right now, I am going to bring onto the stage the two participants who have offered to share their takeaway this week with us. So I would, okay, let's say I have Vanessa here, and then I have Caleb. Caleb, I'm not seeing Caleb. Okay, Caleb, maybe your video is off. Let's see. So Vanessa is here. We also have Caleb. Let's see. I think his video is off, but he will come back. He will come. I can see him. Let me see. Okay. Um, all right. Somehow Caleb is not. Uh, okay, good. Voila. And we have a French lady here, so we are going to speak some French and some English. So, and today we have two participants from academia. In fact, we had several people from academia. The event was actually sponsored partially with partnership from Heritage Christian University and Village of Hope, Hope College. So they had their teams full in the room. So we had quite a number of people, a registrar, vice presidents, and so on and so forth, lecturers from different organizations. And today we have one lecturer from, I mean, she's a serial lecturer. So she's going to tell us, some of the universities where she lectures. Vanessa Sesi is joining us from Cote d'Ivoire. So welcome, Vanessa.
Thank you
Vanessa, you
very
are
much.
welcome to the leadership
Thank
platform.
you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good.
Thank
We're going to
you.
have a chat, and then we have Caleb. And this afternoon, when I was driving, there was a radio program, and the hosts there was somebody who was supposed to be called Caleb, and they were asking, is it Caleb or Caleb?
Uh,
So, and then he says, well, the mother called him Caleb. But when he traveled to South Africa, they were calling him Caleb. Then he went somewhere and some people were calling him Caleb. So, please, which one is yours?
I am Caleb. I am
You
Caleb.
are Caleb. All right.
Yes.
So, we have Caleb, a student leader from the only university in Ghana, the
Oh yes.
University of Ghana. And like they say, he was there some. So
Yeah.
Caleb is here also to share his lesson. But we'll take just brief moment to know a bit more about our speakers this evening. So let me start with Vanessa. Vanessa, thank you so
Hi.
much. As I was saying at the back, you were great. You saw the flyer and you reached out to us. You wanted to participate. You started actually, marketing this product, invited some of your students, and in fact, some of your students actually registered. So thank you so much
You're
for
welcome. You're welcome.
participating. But
You're
tell us a
welcome.
bit about yourself and
Okay.
briefly.
All right. Like you rightly said, I'm Vanessa Sesi. I'm passionate about leadership, and anything leadership, you find me diving into it. So, for I would say 10 years now, I've heard of John C. Maxwell, and he's always been a great coach to me behind the scenes. I'm a lecturer. I lecture in not less than 8 subjects on the graduate and graduate level. Interestingly, leadership is one of the things I lecture: leadership development, principles of leadership. Besides lecturing, I offer mentoring and coaching to clients, C suites, as well as middle level and undergraduates. Not only that, I'm an ordained minister of the gospel. So I'm
Ooh,
actually Reverend Vanessa Sesi. I'm the associate pastor,
okay.
Latter Rain Harvest Ministries here in Cote d'Ivoire, and I'm with Restoration Christian Church in Ghana. In Ghana as well. I'm a
Oh,
Ghanaian resident in Cote d'Ivoire as well, so I go back and forth. What else can I say? I have a passion for growth. And anything that will enable me to grow, I dive into it. Like I always say, you will learn, unlearn, relearn, and repeat the process again. So glad to be with all of you.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Learn, unlearn,
Learn,
relearn,
relearn,
enter.
and repeat the
Enter
process.
you move again.
Repeat.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Vanessa.
Welcome.
Um,
Yes.
all right. Let me also just come to Caleb. And Caleb, just tell us briefly about yourself.
Okay, so as you mentioned, I am Shalley Caleb, a level 400 computer science student of the only university in Ghana, the University of
Absolutely.
Ghana. And
Yes.
I am privileged to call myself a transformational leader. Wherever I go, I want to be that ambassador for change, that agent of change. So I want to be identified as an agent of change. And I recognize myself as not a future leader, but the now leader. So that
That's
will
good.
be
Absolutely.
my introduction.
Mhm.
Wonderful. And I agree perfectly with you. This idea that some people are future leaders actually doesn't make sense because
Exactly.
because you are leading right now wherever you are. Okay,
Mhm.
it's a
Mhm.
destination
Mhm.
disease to say, I want to wait for some time or for some position or so for some date in the future before I start leading. That's a destination disease. John Maxwell says, if you're not careful, you can be hospitalized for that one. You
Mm.
are a leader right now, wherever you
Yeah,
are. Okay.
Exactly,
exactly.
So
exactly.
don't be infected by. But okay, so I mean, just another quick question before we dive into it. But Vanessa, what I mean, you teach leadership, you coach leaders, but what attracted you to join Live to Lead?
It's just the subject leadership, because you see, we can never get enough of leading, and we can never get enough of leadership. So leadership and is something I'm passionate about. I believe if you don't lead yourself first, you can lead any other person. And we can
Absolutely.
never say that we've arrived at hearing everything about leadership. There's always going to be something new, something special. And that's one of the things that drove me to Live to Lead, and of course made me bring everybody that I can bring into the program.
Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. I mean, a transformational leader. Okay, so share with us how did you get to know about Live to Lead and how did you come? What motivated you?
Okay, so I think on a Tuesday morning, I was watching the breakfast show as usual on TV3, and I saw Mr. Samuel Yim and then Dr. Yao Pebi. These are people I follow so much and I appreciate. So they were talking about Leave to Lead and the impact. I saw the volume of impact it had made, and I was like, no way, I'm not going to miss this. But when they spoke about the cost, I was like, wow, this is my only barrier. But how do I go against the barrier? So I started saving, and John Maxwell has been my mentor from afar. I've read his books, and his special quote that everything rises and falls on leadership has shaped my orientation. So if everything rises and falls on leadership, then I'm going to give myself to leadership. I'm going to learn more about leadership and become the best in my field. So that has been the motivation.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Good. Thank you. Thank you both. And you both have agreed to share with us your experience. The way we're going to do it, we're going to start. I think we will start with Caleb, and you share your experience with us. I've seen that you have a short presentation, so we'll give you. I think Caleb is going. His internet is misbehaving, but we will see. If he goes off, we will work with Vanessa first. You have a short presentation. You will share for the next 15 minutes. Then Caleb will share for 15 minutes. And then, or Caleb will share for 15 minutes, you share for 15 minutes. Then we will regroup and then we will have a quick discussion about what you're sharing and any other aspects of um, your learning. So at this point, I think we would. Caleb, are you okay? Your internet is misbehaving, but we do you have doom saw in your place, or is it doom CC?
A little network crisis, but it's sorted now. I think we are good.
All right, all right. So let's
Yes.
start with you. So before the doom saw or doom CC comes again, let's start with Shalley Caleb, so that you can share with us the next 15 minutes. The stage is yours. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, and thank you wherever you're listening from. So at the end of this presentation, I am hoping that you will discover the power of an abundance mindset. So at Live to Lead, in the first session of John C. Maxwell, he spoke extensively on the power of one's mind. So at the end of these, I'll be looking at you unlocking and then identifying the potential of your mind. Now, he spoke about the mindset advantage, which literally encompasses two kinds of mindset: the scarcity mindset and the abundance mindset. So, the scarcity mindset comes from various factors, which may include your environment, where you are coming from, and the conditions or experiences you've had. So, some way somehow you would build that scarcity mindset by your experience. So you believe that there are limited resources. You are always focused on competition, lack. There's no enough resources. So your mind is that, let me just manage what I have. Your mindset is, there is only one pie and I'm going to get it. So you are focusing on, I cry, oh, there is not enough pie for us, that the resources are few. So that is some extensively, that is what is affecting young leaders now. And when you look at our politicians now, they think everything is going to, all the wealth is going to finish. So let's gather it now. That is a scarcity mindset. It just pushes you to the platform that if I don't get it now, it ceases to be existent. So the abundance mindset is what causes the change. That is the paradigm shift. Because the biggest gap between successful and unsuccessful people is the mindset. And your mindset is your greatest asset. So the abundance mindset sees endless possibilities. When there are situations, you don't only see the immediate resource, but you look at how you can put together resources and then make that vision come to pass. As well, the abundance seeks to just get the vision accomplished. So if it's going to call upon experts, if it's going to call upon fellow people or great at teamwork, it just focuses on that. And that results in creativity and success. So literally, the abundance mindset will move you from I cry daily to I spy, where there is more than one pie and then we all can make it. So you have to spy the pie you can make, and then you make more pie. If there are less pie, why don't we make more pie? So the impact of the abundance mindset is that it shapes your perception, your actions, and your outcome. So because of your mindset, you are able to track a definite map for yourself, and is a key differentiator between success and failure. So with the abundance mindset, there comes a cycle, which John C. Maxwell gave to us as the abundance cycle. So the abundance cycle comprises of four stages, four exceptional stages. The first one being anticipation. So in this particular stage of the cycle, you expect positive outcomes. You anticipate great things. You don't settle on minor, you don't build on negativity. You actually cultivate optimism and excitement for future possibilities. You are the one who sees gold in the pot. You are the one who sees the gold in the depth. So that is anticipation. When everyone is saying no, you identify the yes in it. So the abundance cycle on the next stage, which is the second, is action. So after you have anticipated and you have created that positive optimism or positive anticipation within you, you have to now take action. You have to now take action. You have to take bold steps, implement the ideas, and then seize opportunities with confidence. So let me use myself as an example. When I wanted to attend the Live2Lead, I didn't have enough to pay for the conference. So what did I do? I gathered enough. I started saving. As soon as I got to know that, okay, this is the amount I have to pay to participate in the conference, I started saving. And yes, I wasn't able to get the full amount, but what step did I take afterwards? I know what the resources I had were little, but there is a provision out there for me. So what I did was to reach out to the Live2Lead team, and then I expressed my concern to them that, okay, I'm very, very interested in the program, but I don't have enough funds to see me through it. What can you do to help me? And that is me seizing you. There is the where the opportunity will be knocking at your door. There is one that you actually have to go and then grab it. You have to go and grab it. So that is action. And then the third one is the awareness. So you stay alert to opportunities. Sometimes opportunities may pass you by and you wouldn't even be able to identify it. What do you do to solve it? You have to develop keen interest and keen observation skills and open-mindedness. Open your mind, be able to embrace situation and learn from it. You learn from it and you move forward. The last one is the attraction, where John C. Maxwell says that success attracts, okay, and success leaves clue at will. So what you do is that your positive energy and then your action will attract favorable consequences. So you draw success by the person you become, and whatever you think you become. As a man thinketh, so is he. So you begin to live in this cycle where you anticipate something, you take the necessary action, you are now open up, your spirit is open up, you are aware of the opportunities around you, and then you draw into success. Now, when it comes to the nurturing of your mindset, you are like, okay, now I'm much aware that this is the difference between abundance mindset and scarcity mindset. How do I now nurture my mindset? Number one, you must have the mindful consumption. Carefully choose the information you consume. You surround yourself with positive influence and inspiring content. What you watch, what you hear, what you see, what you look, what you open yourself up for it. That is mindful consumption. You open yourself up to learn positive things. Number two, that is very, very important for me, which is present leadership. There is this favorite quote of people, especially young people, where they have that anticipation that, oh, I am a future leader, so it doesn't matter today, I can do what I want to do today, and then in the future I can lead. No, that is a wrong mindset. That is dwelling on the scarcity mindset. So when you begin to nurture your mindset towards abundance, then you are embracing leadership now. You find the opportunity to lead now. Every moment is an opportunity to lead and make a difference. And in leadership, it is influence. If everything rises and falls on leadership, then you are seeking at making impact. So the third way you can nurture your mindset is continuous growth. Personally, after the conference, I wrote down some values for myself. And one thing that I wrote for myself is the subscription to lifelong learning. Education is different from learning. You can finish your education when you say you finish with your PhD, but with learning, it never ceases. You seek new experiences, challenges to expand your mindset. So there is mindset, there is mind size, there is mind shift. You broaden your horizon. So setting in these three practical ways of nurturing your mindset, you should be heading towards the abundance mindset. Now, As I was making the presentation, I spoke about opportunities. Opportunities surround us every day. In a research I made, I realized that every man has 1,500 opportunities to be successful in a week. There are ideas that flows in your spirit, there are ideas that flows in your subconscious mind that you either grab it or you lose it. So these are three layers of opportunities that come our way. Existing opportunities, opportunities that exist already and they are waiting for you to grab it. So how do you go for such opportunities? You have to stay alert and active. You stay alert to opportunities that everyone else is pursuing. So it doesn't mean that when everyone is going for that opportunity, you back off. No, you don't miss out on obvious chances. You go for it. And then there is another category of opportunity, which is the unexpected opportunity. This is what I call serendipity or the serendipitous moment. Okay, this moment will come to you unaware. But what you must do to grab it is that you must be prepared. Because when opportunity meets preparation, that is when we come out with what we call success. So sometimes opportunities will arise when least expected, but you should prepare yourself, you should equip yourself, and place yourself in that valuable frame that when the opportunity knock at your door, you would be able to grab it. The third one is new opportunity. New opportunity. This is where you create the opportunity for yourself. You take initiative. You don't wait for opportunities to be created for you. You don't wait for the government. You don't wait for someone else. You're not waiting for a third party. But you want to create an opportunity for yourself. You want to make that thing happen. So you go ahead, you take the initiative, you take that bold step, and you make it happen. Now, in looking at opportunities, we are surrounded by so many ordinary things. We are surrounded by so many ordinary things. So, how do we pick up the ordinary, add the extra, and then it becomes extraordinary? I label it as 4 steps as I have acquired from the Live2Lead 2024. So, you have to be observant, you have to observe closely, pay attention to everyday objects and situations, look for hidden potential in the mundane. Certain things will come to you, just as Mr. David Ofosudote said, opportunities and breakthroughs will come to you in the mud. You have to pay close attention and identify it and pick it up to clean it up and make it yours. So you look at the fufu business chain and you make it yours. You add value to it. So that is close observation. Number two, you think carefully. Ask yourself, what if? What if we apply it this way? What will be the income? What will be the outcome? What can we gain from it? So you challenge assumptions and imagine new possibilities for familiar things, for familiar situations. You don't just give in to situational occurrences, but you go beyond, asking yourself 4 questions. Why? Why you? Why not you? And why now? So these are 4 questions you must ask yourself when you get into any situation. Why? Why you? Why not you? And why not now? Number three, act boldly. Take inspired action to transform ideas into realities. So everything is created twice. One, it is created in your mindset, and the other in reality. For you to be inspired to take an action, it means that has been created in your subconscious mind. What you need to do is to push it into reality. So small changes, they are that which can lead to extraordinary results. So you take small steps, and then you gradually build up into that bigger platform. The most important part for which I really pick up after the conference was inspiration, inspiring others. There are many people who need to know your story. They would be so much encouraged and have the energy to pursue their vision once they know that there is someone out there just like them. So you share your transformative vision, you share your transformative story, and you encourage others to see and create extraordinary out of the ordinary. And that is what Live to Lead is. It pushes you to be that inspiration in whatever field you find yourself. That is transforming the ordinary into extraordinary. Now, in embracing the abundance mindset as a whole, you don't use any excuse to explain your failure, because excuses become more when you do that because of an explanation for your failure. So when you embrace the abundance mindset, you are subscribing to continuous growth, embracing lifelong learning and personal development. What value am I adding to myself? I seek to grow daily. I journal daily. I want to become this person. This is my to-do list. This is my not to-do list. I must not do this today. I must do this today. So you embrace personal development and you become intentional about whatever you want to do. You become intentional. The universe will propose to you whatever you become intentional about. So every experience is an opportunity to grow. The collaborative spirit is something that is less emphasized, because we live in a community. We must build up, and then that creative problem solving approach. There are challenges that will come out of curiosity, optimism, but you should always seek for the solution. Challenges are not the stopping point, solutions are. The last one is the gratitude practice, where you cultivate appreciation for whatever you have, the resources available to you. If you have 5 talents, use that 5 talents, make it 10. Don't look at someone with the 10 and condemn yourself. So gratitude amplifies abundance in all areas. Appreciate whatever you are, have it, and let it grow. So one thing on embracing the abundance mindset is that you must grow, know, and make it show. You must be intentional about it. I repeat it: grow, know, and make it show. Finally, this is my great takeaway. I have it written boldly on my desk as a code. My mom entered into my study room and she saw SW, 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 and she was wondering what that was. And I told her that is my motivation charm. That is my inspiration code. And what is that? That code was given to me by John C. Maxwell. And what does it say? Some will, some won't. So what? Someone is waiting. So that is the same message I want to leave with you, that some will, some won't. So what? Someone is waiting. Thank you so much. Mr. Sam, thank you.
All right. Thank you. We'll come back and comment, but just let us quickly have a short break, because I was taking so much notes that I forgot that your time was even gone. So let's take a quick one and let's come back and continue. Wow, for those of you who were not in the room, those are images of what happened inside. You have opportunity if you would like to have a full video. Um, just get in touch and we'll give it to you for a small fraction of what people paid to go into the room. But you can have the full video. It's about 5 to 6 hours of video, of lessons, of activity, of action. All right. Now, I was taking notes when Shalley was speaking, even though I was in the room. Now, that's the beauty of this sharing. You can be in the room, and some of the things that Shalley picked, maybe things I didn't pick. And that is why we bring the summary to you. So John Maxwell spoke for like 2 hours. Shalley has been able to summarize this in 15 minutes, 20 minutes, all his lessons. He actually combined his lessons. He picked from John Maxwell, from Dr. Lawyer Dote and others, and he's put it in his own way. He's decided what his strategy for implementing them is going to be, the areas that speak to him, and you may find other aspects very interesting. And there were 7 or 8 speakers. So you see, this is just the tip of the iceberg. At this point, we are going to invite our professor, and Vanessa Sesi is going to come on stage. She's said she's told us about who she is and her passion for leadership. She teaches and mentors leaders. And so she's going to also share her learning briefly to us. Okay. So, Vanessa,
Hello,
so I look
everyone.
your name. Are you
Merci
going to do it in
beaucoup.
French or in English?
No, I'll do it in English to help
All
everyone.
right. Merci beaucoup.
Il n'y a pas de problème. Bonsoir tout le monde. Anyway, good
Bonsoir.
evening. Yes, good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with all of you. And I will want to say that leadership never grows old. So no matter your age, you should know that leadership never grows old, and everyone can and actually should be a leader. So the pleasure was all mine to be part of the program, and I would like to share with you my key takeaways from the program. I just hope you will not find any aspect a repetition, because two people can look at the same thing from different angles. That's what my perception is about. So once again, thanks to CTL for this opportunity, and for wherever you are hearing me from. Bonsoir, bonjour, bon après-midi et tous. Once again, good evening. Let's see what I learned. Okay. All right. For me, one of the things I've always known and appreciated is the power of the mind. So having to hear the concept of having an abundance mindset really kinds of buttress my lifelong motto, or one of the things that I use as a mantra. I love to use the word "the lion in me does not retreat." It means that no matter the circumstances you confronted, but when we speak of the abundance mindset, is having that attitude. A mindset, like we know, is an attitude and the way we think about life. Your attitude will determine your altitude. So the way you act towards a situation will determine how that situation will speak back to you. So having an abundance mindset is not ignoring the fact that there are negatives in life, or there are some situations that will not go right, but you have the attitude, a positive attitude for that matter, towards the situation. You confront your situation with a positive mindset, or with a mindset that is have the positive attitude towards what you're looking at. Now, what you think determines how you act. So I always love to use what one of the things I've learned from one of John C. Maxwell's book, that power of how successful people think. I have come up with this ideology that says we should think about what we are thinking about. So it's not just about thinking alone. You're actually asking yourself, what I'm thinking, is it going to help me in the right direction that I want to go? So thinking of abundance helps you. Now you write down, what kind of abundance do you want to see? So that's where the idea of you need to think about what you're thinking about, and make sure it is the right thing to think about at the right time of thinking about it. so that you have that mindset that is positive, and that attitude gives you the abundance mindset. Another thing is, we need to ask ourselves, what really is our focus? What is catching our attention? What is attracting you? Because what attracts you that gives you the direction for what you need to do. You can't get a precise direction with a wrong attraction. So you have to make sure you have a positive attraction, and that will give you a positive direction, and that leads you to focus on something that will generate what you want in your abundance mindset. So we should look at what are we focusing on, and focus on the good, because let me be honest with you, it is what you see is what you will get. So if you see negative, you're always going to have negative. You cannot have weeds, you cannot grow negative thoughts and expect positive results. Look, life is not 1 plus 1 is 2. Life is about what you put into it. Life will give you back what you put into it. So in having abundance mindset, you need to be intentional about your intentions. And always, I love this one statement that John Maxwell said, we should always have that notion that success is for me. It comes back to the word impossible. Instead of saying impossible, you use the word impossible. Look, you just have to force your mind to see in the way your mind has to see. Order your mind positively. And as your mind is being ordered positively, you also start working positively. Now let's go to the next slide. Also had something that was of importance to me, and is the concept of positive leadership. I believe it was John Gordon that spoke about positive leadership, which can be in tune with having inspiring leadership. Look, we cannot lead a group of people if we don't believe in ourselves and believe in the people we are leading. Leadership is about people. So we have to be considerate of the people we are leading. How are we inspiring these people? What are we inspiring them to do? Where are we inspiring them to go? The notion that I am boss will not give us the results we need to have. Let's be honest. Nobody wants anyone to sit on their head. Yes, you are their supervisor. Yes, they are their boss, but you don't need to tell them, I'm the boss. I need you to do this. Look, people will follow your lead if you're willing to lead them. They will follow your lead if they love you. So when you consider the fact that the people you are leading are as important as how you are leading them, and you that is in leading them is important as much as who you are leading, you create an inspiring nature around you. And it doesn't mean that as an organization, you will not be confronted with difficult situations. It doesn't mean that as an individual, you will not be confronted with difficult situations. But it means that you kind of psychic your mind to encourage yourself, and also encourage your group as well, your team. You realize that positive leadership is contagious when you are positive, when you have a positive outlook to life, when you inspire others, others around you will be inspired. Positivity is contagious, just as negativity is contagious. So, what are you doing? What is your contagious? What are you doing? Are you inspiring people positively? Are you emitting an aura that gives everyone the opportunity to say, no, I have woken up today and I'm going to win? It's not about issue of how are you going to win. You just say to yourself, I'm going to win, and I'm going to make it happen. I love to use the word let's make it happen, because if you don't make it happen, it will never happen. So you need to get to a place in your life where you say to yourself, this is where I am. I'm going to inspire myself to move forward, and I'm going to take steps to move forward, because this is who I am. So you have to create positive leadership, not just for your team, but for yourself. Because if you can lead yourself, who are you leading? But interestingly enough, since we are all leading, leadership is about influence. You should know that you are leading as well. You are leading yourself either positively or negatively. So you have to ask yourself, really, how am I leading? Am I leading positively or I'm leading negatively? Now, the bend in the road is not the end of the road. So when you realize that, okay, I am at the bend and it's wrong, you can always retrace your steps and determine that you would want to do what? Lead more positively. You want to do things in a positive way. Now, how do we deal with conflict? How do we deal with conflict? Most of the time we want to run away from conflict. That's the challenging thing. We rather don't want to, no, 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 I don't want to have to deal with that. But interestingly, I was so happy to hear that you have to confront your conflicts. I love to use the word confront your confrontations. You don't back away. You yes, the horse, one of the animals I love to use in my leadership strategic management class is the horse, the lion, and the eagle for various reasons. Now, the horse has one, it either fights or flees. But in dealing with conflict, you don't flee from the conflict. Because what you run away from today surely is going to confront you tomorrow. So you must well confront your confrontations. Deal with the conflicts that are in front of you because conflicts are unavoidable. So we need to see conflicts as working for us, not against us. Now, you may ask me, how is that? You have to ask yourself, okay, this conflict, where did it come from? Did it come from the different personalities of the different people that I'm working with or I am living with? If it's you that is having the conflict, ask yourself, did I not pay my rent on time? What did I happen? What happened before this conflict arise? What did I contribute to for it to happen in the first place? You're not blaming yourself. No. When you put the questions before you, what happened? How did it happen? From which angle did it come from? What are the circumstances that contributed for these conflicts to arise? You now are able to say, all right, since it came from this angle, I will be able to deal with it from this angle. So we need to deal with conflict, see conflict as working for us and not against us. And last but not the least, I want to close with these words. We need to be constantly growing. We need to grow. If you don't grow, you don't glow. So let me repeat it again. If you don't grow, you can't glow. So always have that attitude to want to learn, unlearn, relearn, and repeat the process again. Learning never stops. And learners are always readers, and learners are leaders. And I believe that every one of us want to be a leader. Now, irrespective of the type of leader you are, understand you are a leader that brings results. So you need to have that success mindset that no matter the obstacles, you would see success and you would have success. Thank you so much, CTL, for this opportunity. And wherever you're hearing me, the pleasure has all been mine. Cheers.
Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Vanessa and
Welcome, welcome,
Shalley.
welcome, 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 welcome so
All
much.
right. We're going to bring Vanessa and Shalley back. But at this moment, let's see who is in the room. As they take some water and we bring them back, let's see who is in the room this evening with us. All right. Okay, 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 okay. Let me see. All right. All right. So I have Olivia. Olivia Okine is with us, regular here. The She Rock team is here. I have Dorcas Mensa. All right. If you tell us where you're joining from, we would announce it to the world. I also have a great, Olivia says, great to hear from you, Minister Vanessa. I also have been reaching out with a key principle you have mentioned for years now. Learn, unlearn, relearn. Merci beaucoup. Universel en Christ. OK. Le français commence à sortir là-bas.
Ça,
Well,
c'est
Dr.
vraiment.
Jason says everything rises and falls on leadership. Na latte latte. Good evening, watching from Bawe. Kwame JB from the UK. Kwame says enjoying the evening with CTL once again. I have Bakari Alisus. He says great. Let's see who else is in the room. Up, 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 up. Okay. Did I jump? Yeah, I think I jumped. All right. So I have Justy also here in the room. He says, great insight. And Dorcas is repeating, why? Why you? Why me? And why now? Why not? Why now? Sego Christy Trudy says he's joining from Tema. Um, Dorcas again says, great presentation. Thank you, Caleb. All right. Oh, Dorcas is probably our best participant today. Talks about intentionality. Ebenezer Tufo joining us from Manchester in the UK. Right. Thank you so much. How is the king? Olivia said, grow, no, make it show. Great. Wonderful. Na says, very insightful. Thank you so much. And Dorcas again, someone is waiting. Amazing. Yes, someone is waiting. Please move on. Justice says, soyez le bienvenu, Madame Vanessa. Okay. There are some French people in the room. um, I need to think about what I'm thinking about, and I picked that also. Very, very interesting. Think about what you're thinking about, and it must be the right thing. Thank you so much, Vanessa. That Dorcas didn't miss that. She also didn't miss I am possible instead of impossible, which is great. Great learning there. All right. Where did I go? All right. I'm seeing Evans Odum here. And he says, always fresh perspective. I'm enjoying the lessons from Kaswa. All right. Who else? Did I miss anybody? There are so many people in the room. But Dorcas is an award-winning participant today. She will not let us miss. She will not let us miss any of the amazing nuggets. Thank you so much, Dorcas and the others. All right. So I think I'm going to bring Sarah because I've taken so much notes. I don't know where to start from. So let me bring Sarah. Hey,
Hey,
yeah. What do you
hi.
say? This was really, I mean, it was as if I was not in the room. When they were
I told
sharing,
you.
it was, fresh, new ideas. And I like the way, like Vanessa said, looking at it from a different angle, Caleb looking at it from a different angle, putting it in their own words, how they were learning it, for me was amazing. What do you think, Sarah?
I absolutely agree. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I was in the room, but this is a new level of perspective and you even applying them. Applying them, that is for me, that is the greatest gift to all of
Yes.
us. So I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And Vanessa for bringing so many participants. Thank you.
Good, good, great, 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 great. So just a quick one. I mean, Caleb, you were physically in the room. Vanessa, you joined virtually. Share with us, apart from the great lesson you shared, just the experience of live to live, of being in the room, either virtually. What do you say to those who were? Please let them feel a bit jealous. Tell them something.
Who
Let me
goes?
start with Vanessa.
All right. I had the opportunity of being online, and I will be honest with you. You could miss out of being present physically. And it's true, yes, I'm in Cote d'Ivoire. It's true. I had a hectic moment. I had a schedule and all, but I think I will have to make plans for physically next year being present because honestly, face to face cannot replace online no matter what. So I was a
Yes.
little bit jealous. I was a little bit jealous, but I think I'll be there I'll be there in physical. I'll be there
Yes.
physically. Is nothing
Well,
can beat nothing can beat you. You can, yes, online you feel the vibe, you feel the atmosphere, but it's one thing touching the fire, and it's another thing feeling the fire. So yes, there was something good online because yes, we have people that cannot just fly in. It's true, but if you are close by, like me, Cote d'Ivoire, Togo, or something, let's make a date and be physically. But it was good, regardless of the fact that There was no that physical touch, but it was good. It was inspiring as well. So kudos. Thanks.
Thank you so very much. I mean, that shows that no matter where you are, you can still. And Vanessa was in Cote d'Ivoire. She joined online, and she has picked some great lessons that she's sharing with us. And she brought some people from Cote d'Ivoire and other places to also join. And I agree with you, Vanessa. When we were young, and we used to write love letters. I don't know. I'm sure somebody wrote some of those letters to you. You are there. And we used to write, "You are the only flower in my garden, the only sugar in my
Sugar.
Hmm.
garden, the
Exactly.
stars in my
Exactly.
skies."
Exactly. Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Mosquito in
And
my
then
net.
we'll write, "Face to face is better than thousands of letters. So when are we meeting?"
Exactly.
Hey,
Exactly.
hey.
Exactly. That is it.
Uh,
That is it.
so
I'm
let's
telling you.
let's
Gen
hear from
Zs,
the
Gen
one who
Zs, we
was
don't do
face to
that.
face in the
No,
room.
no, Jesus, you do it by virtually. That doesn't help.
Exactly.
I just want to add that those of us who watch virtually, we had an abundance mindset. Okay, we had an
Absolutely.
abundance mindset. Wherever we were, we
That
made
is
the
right.
most
Yeah,
out of it.
sort
So
of it.
that is
Yeah.
it. Abundance
Exactly.
Abundance
Exactly.
mindset. Yeah.
All right. So Shalley, how
Hmm.
was your experience?
Okay, so I think it's the best experience I've had in any conference I've attended. It's great to see the fire, but it's greatest to touch the fire. Like I
Mm.
was so inspired by the people I saw from different fields, business, CEOs, presidents, vice presidents of organization. And then let me tell you something interesting that happened. Mr. Samuel, after my interactions with some of the people I was on the same table with, then I had the opportunity to attend another conference just the next day. So that was what Live to Lead gave me, the
Wow.
opportunity to expand my network, and it was right there and then. And Live to Lead has changed my perspective, and now I believe that my network is my net worth. So thank you. It was an awesome experience altogether.
Amen.
Wonderful. Your network is actually your net
Net
worth. It's
worth.
very, very
Yeah.
important.
It's true.
It's actually
Yeah.
very, very
Mm-hmm.
important. So, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the network is why we want you to be in the room. But even
Mm-hmm.
online, you were able to make some connections. Sarah, I don't know if you have any questions for them. Then we'll go online and see if anybody is asking some questions.
Yeah.
Yes, Sarah.
Okay. Yeah. So Caleb, what I want to know, yes, you have your SW, 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 SW. That is your mantra. What is next for you now after Lead to Lead?
Mhm.
Okay, so let me tell you one thing I did after Leave to Lead. So I have about 120 executives I lead in AGCM, and right after Lead to Lead, what I did was to organize the equipped leadership training for my team members because I want them to literally know what I want to. I have learned from Leave to Lead. So I did that. And for 4 days, I was teaching them together with other seasoned speakers what I learned from the conference, striving for excellence. So personally, what I'm doing is that I'm applying it. And I'm going out there to share my experiences with thousands of youth. And what I want to do in the next 10 years for my life, after Lead to Lead, I wrote down my vision 2050,
Wow.
what I want to do by 2050, my vision for 2050, the organization I want to champion, the people I want to raise. And I labeled for myself that from now to 2050, I should raise 10,000 young people all across the world who have discovered purpose, are working in purpose, and are not only followers, but are great leaders. So that is what I am doing. I am giving back to my immediate environment and applying the knowledge.
Wow. I'm blown away.
Absolutely fantabulous. Now, at CTL Africa Leadership, we have the Young Leaders Learning Lab, and we have a vision of touching 1 million people in the next 10 years. So let's plug in into that. In fact, we have a program for the young
Sure,
leaders,
sure.
which we launched with some student leaders, and we're still working around to bring it. The other thing you could also do, in addition to all the beautiful things you're doing, is that some of these leaders we can come also and share some of the presentations, rebroadcast
Okay.
some of these
Okay.
presentations for them. Some of the student leaders of campus. In fact, we've done this on the University of Ghana campus, Heritage Christian campus, Hope College. We've done, in fact, even Hope Technical Training Institute, we've done a rebroadcast of Live2Lead in the past. So we can come to campus or wherever, or even the church, and we can also rebroadcast some of this for different groups. So, Caleb, great.
Well
And for
done.
Vanessa, she's teaching already. I mean, she brought so many people into the room. So, Vanessa, maybe the same question after, I mean, from Live to Lead on and others, what's the energy level in your lecture rooms? Because,
Okay.
interestingly, Sarah, let me tell you, after we finished Live to Lead, Vanessa was asking me for the flyer for Live to Lead. And up to now, I still don't understand why she was asking for the flyer for Live to
Why
Lead
she
that has
was?
Let her tell us now.
So,
Let her
Vanessa,
tell us now.
please, why were you asking for the flyer after Live to Lead?
Look, it's all about influence, right? So
Mhm,
it's just a way of at least getting other people interested in the whole, permit me to use the word movement, because
mhm,
the more leaders we can cultivate, and yeah, that's the word, cultivate, because everyone has
mhm,
that leadership capacity in them, so we need to cultivate them. So for me, the more leaders we can cultivate, the more it will. And I believe in networking. So that's why I was looking for the flyers to use my LinkedIn profile, my Facebook profile, to see how to promote more. Now, okay, I'm a lecturer. I've been doing this for a long time, at least 15 years. In globally, it's 26 years professional experience. One thing I normally do when I have to start a section is to give like an inspiring story or something. But for my new class session, this that started in September, I started to do something very different. And that is, before every lecture, I will do what I call a motivational moment. And I use certain concepts to just drive the class to be inspired, to look beyond the classroom, to look beyond their dreams. And one of the things I decided to do, I said, next time, which will be in 2 weeks' time, instead of saying motivational moment, I would rather use the word leadership moment,
Moment.
because
mm,
I was make it look like every class time, no matter which school I find myself in, I will do something called leadership moment to
mm,
just generate, to trigger, to, let me use the word, stimulate the desire to
mm.
be an effective and efficient leader. So I'm actually just going to add the nuggets I've learned and continue to improve my consultancy services, and also add everything to the juice of being a mentor for youth and everyone. So it's going to be fun. It's one going to be wonderful the way forward for me. Cheers.
Great.
Wonderful. Great. I'm not seeing any questions. They're just great commendations and appreciation. Joy, are you still there? I I know today you're trying to hide, but maybe you have something you want to share, or yeah. All right.
There we
Let's
go.
2 seconds. If you want to share something or ask something, that would be great. But anyway, if not, thank you so much. All right. I don't
I
have any. Yes, Joe. Sarah, you
Yeah, I
wanted to.
can see already Dorcas with the hashtag leadership movement. So now everybody go onto our Facebook or YouTube and put whatever you've learned from this evening's discussions and put the hashtag moment. We're going to
All
hashtag
right.
everyone.
Great. All right. So, Sarah, anything else you want to share? We don't want to dilute. We don't want to dilute all the great
Exactly.
nuggets that have been shared this evening. And so,
Yeah,
any,
one last question. Yeah.
hmm,
How can we from CTL and even the leadership movement hold you accountable for all the commitment you have made? How would you want us to support you in that way, the two of you?
Ladies
That's the
first,
that's
ladies
the
Phantasmagoric,
first.
after
that's
med,
the coach. Coach.
phantasmagoric, after med. It's ladies first after med. So
Oh
Kelly,
no, oh no.
ladies first after med. So we're waiting
Ladies
for
first
you.
after men.
After med.
Okay, so I'm still going to be in the community, especially CTO Africa. Leadership is something I truly love, and I have come to dedicate my life fully to leadership. Because if everything rises and falls on leadership, that is what I'm going to give myself in to. So since I'm close to CTL Africa and I'm in CTL Africa, I'm certainly going to be monitored, especially by Mr. Samuel and the other team members. So my accountability is high stake. Let's hear from Vanessa too as well. She's virtually connecting. I am in Ghana.
Anyway, I think that for me, I will surely get back to Mr. Sam CTL because I am all about partnership. I'm all about partnership. I always want to make it happen. So
Yeah.
I'm surely going to. I'm stuck with you guys. So whether you like it or not, so we'll look at ways to progress progressively, and we'll look at opportunities to expand. I'm surely going to come back to you concerning Cote d'Ivoire seriously. And behind the scenes, I intend to work with one or two universities I'm affiliated with to see what we can do together. So
Yeah.
we'll see. Is this is a beginning of good things and great things to come, and
Mm.
surely I'll be glad to share my knowledge whenever you call me on anything in any way. I'll be glad to share knowledge and insight as well as learn. So that's it. There's a long relationship in front of us, whether we like it or not.
Whether
Excellent.
we like it or yes.
Whether we like it or yes, it's going to happen. So yes, it's a beginning of good things.
All right.
Great.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Over to
Wonderful.
you, Sam.
All right. Thank you so very much. So we're going to now, you're going to guys give us your dessert, your closing nuggets, your closing parting statement. So we started with Caleb. So now we're going to start with Vanessa to give us your closing nuggets.
Okay. All right. All I will say is that don't doubt yourself. All right. No matter your history, no matter where you're coming from doesn't and should not determine where you would be and where you will go to. So keep believing in yourself and go make it happen. Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. Believe in yourself and go get it. All right. So we move to Caleb.
Okay, so I will speak exactly to the young people and especially about education. A school doesn't define you, but it helps you define yourself. And schooling is not the end of learning. You should subscribe yourself to lifelong learning. Seek to become better every day. Don't cease to add value to yourself every day. Just go for it. Become a better version of yourself. There is a possibility that you are successful, but it is hidden in your daily actions. So go out there and make yourself proud by doing what you ought to do. Thank you.
Wow. Absolutely. Continually add value to yourself. Ladies, gentlemen, growth people on the leadership platform, I believe that you have learned a lot from this short interaction. We had a whole day live to lead. This is just two participants who have shared. I have had feedback from some of the HR people who send their people. And in fact, one of them called me and says the whole production was so professional. It was he was not there himself, but he followed what some of his team members were watching, and he was great. And I know that even some of the organizations they actually called some people around and they were watching together. So please go ahead and just contact us. For those organizations that were not able to come, we'll be able to come and rebroadcast wonderful lessons for you. Add value to yourself so that you can add value to others. That is the only way you become valuable, and influential. On that note, I want to thank everybody and thank Vanessa and thank Caleb. I want to thank Joy and the whole team of CTL Africa, Vivian, Lisbeth, Hawa, and Priscilla, and all the other team members, Gideon, Charles, Kofi, and the rest. Thank you very, very, very much for bringing the leadership platform every Saturday. Have a good night until we see you again next week with another insightful discussion on leadership and personal growth. My name is Samuel Ayim. Good night.